brothers and sisters in the
commission way,
in the comedic
right?
view. So it should be interesting. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the question of the debate is the only path to spiritual evolution. I said enlightenment earlier. Is spiritual evolution through the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So on that topic alone, what you think?
Oh man, that right there, it's a touchy subject, because if you're dealing with the God of Abraham in the sense of being the creator, then I can see how you can make that make sense. But if the other side is able to show that Abraham's God wasn't the creator of the cosmos, and his ways are somehow dark, or in a way that doesn't raise humanity to a higher state, then what I mean, it's gonna be it. But it just depends on how they present the deity, because like I said, you already know I rock with the creator gang, man. It's creator or nothing. We don't worship no lords, gods, and saviors over this way, but it just depends on how you're using the term God, because so many
No,
people don't even know the difference between gods, lords, and saviors and the ever-present creator. You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt, no doubt. We got my man Jose Francis in the building. Jose, before you say anything, make sure you shout out your channel, let the people know where to go to get over there, like, share, and subscribe your joint.
Right. Now, I'm dual streaming this. I have to explain to my people when they come in on my side. They can't, I have no control over letting them onto the panel if they want to come onto the panel. So if you're watching from my platform, which is Solomonic TV, SOLOMONIC TV, you can only watch. I can't bring you in. I can't do anything of the sort, because they're not accustomed to me doing dual streams. So they don't know. So I just want to let them know that. You can just watch on my platform, and it's not my content. It's actually the brother's content that I am streaming. So if you want to come in, you have to come in on his platform to make any comments that you want to make on the actual stream itself. So I just want to make that clear to them. For sure.
Understood. Understood.
Right.
Now, what you think of this debate, brother?
I'm gonna be honest. I made peace with tanks on the ground yesterday, right? So if we're talking about the actual topic, I'm not familiar with either debater per se in a debate. So I really don't know who to pick in the debate. Per se, I don't know who to pick in the debate, but my personal view is when you're dealing with strictly Abrahamic faith, they don't really have a concept for spiritual enlightenment in the broader sense that Steve Caballero might be talking about. If you understand what I'm saying. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It might be two different ideas of spiritual enlightenment in terms of that. Because I don't know what an Abrahamic believer would consider spiritual enlightenment. I don't know if it's the same thing in the same sense, or there's a nuance between the two that I have to consider. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Or if the term or if spiritual enlightenment even is appropriate for a Christian term. It may not be. The concept probably didn't start with Christianity. So I don't think so. The Abrahamic faith probably shouldn't use that term. If that's making sense.
Understood. I don't know why my daughter's up there yelling. I hope y'all ain't heard, but if you did, hey, it is what it is. Y'all know we human. We got families. So yeah, man. I think it's gonna be an interesting debate. It do pose an interesting question, but I don't know, man. I don't know who gonna take this one, because I think it's a lot to be said about the Bible and the impact it's had on the world. And I think a lot of people, be it Christian, Israelite, or whatever, would tell you that they have made positive changes in their life and had positive things occur in their life due to following the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But I also know that it's a lot of people in the Kemetic, from the Kemetic perspective, that would tell you the exact same thing. Possibly even more so when it comes to spirituality versus a religious mindset. So it's going to be interesting to see how the brothers break this thing down. So I'm looking forward to that. Prince Judavine, any more comments on the debate topic before we move on to something else?
Yeah, no, just salute to both brothers, man. Hope y'all do y'all due diligence and getting your sources together and, you know, presenting as eloquent as you possibly can without the riffraff and the rah-rah that we sometimes encounter on some of these debate forums. But, you know, hopefully all the information is clear and we can come to an agreement on who is the overall winner. So salute to both brothers, man.
No doubt. And for those who are watching, the results show will be tomorrow versus tonight. We got a Diabolical Divas show happening following the debate. They will be talking to my man, Captain K. So we will be doing the Versus Series Fallout tomorrow night, right here, 7:15 p.m. Central Time. We will be finding out what the judges had to say about tonight's debate. Normally, it would be following the debate, but we already got a big interview with the Diabolical Divas and my man Captain K lined up. And due to that, we will be having that results show tomorrow. But listen, unlike other places, you will not have to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month to get those results. I know how they do it on these copycat platforms, but we will get that to you first thing tomorrow. So don't worry about that. My man Jose, what
Yes, sir.
any final comments on the debate between our brother Gideon and our brother Steve?
That's going to be a hell of a good debate. And I think based on what we're saying, we can set up about 2 more debates for these brothers to definitely discuss as far as Kemet versus their Hebrew Israelite perspective. I think that I can see that deal. I can definitely see at least 2 more debates between these brothers. Or, you understand, or someone else in his group and Steve Caballero in terms of setting up debates. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think you might be right, bro. I think that this could turn into a trilogy, so to speak, of debates. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I'm anticipating a contentious situation between the brothers. I can't say that much. I'm anticipating a contentious. I think that somebody just hit the panel, but they fell off. I think it's gonna be contentious because I don't know if you watched the Face Off, and obviously y'all wasn't privy to the negotiation room. So just judging from the Face Off, and for those who don't know, the Face Off is basically what we call our preliminary. Sometimes behind the scenes, brothers and sisters come up with a topic, but sometimes they got to come to the Face Off and hash it out. But even if they come up with a topic behind the scenes, we had a Face Off anyway, just so we can have that preliminary and get y'all hyped up But in the face off, it got a little contentious. So I think the chin check session, the Q&A, is gonna be off the chain.
I
But
missed the face off.
right now we got a special guest hitting the panel. Family, I'm trying to get this brother to come over to the Versus series. We working out the details behind the scenes. In case y'all didn't see it, and in case he didn't see it, the standard rate for the Versus series is going for, well, let me explain this. Standard debates, that mean non-title matches, have been in the past $50 per debater. Both debaters come in within 5 to 7 days, they receive a $50 payment. If it's a title match, the defending champ get $100, the challenger gets $50. Starting January 1st, that $50 standard rate is going to $70. I'm mentioning that just in case y'all didn't see the post on the channel, but also just to give my man more incentive to come over here. Shout out to my man outside the cube. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on with it, man? How y'all doing?
Maintaining, man. Another day, another dime.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I did. I did see the post, and I caught a little bit of the show that you did. I think that was yesterday with Chris Harris, and I caught a little bit of the show with Yara and the Tanks. I caught a little bit of that. So
Okay.
I've been trying to keep up with y'all a little bit. We'll try to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Try to figure something out. But as far as this debate tonight, if I'm not with piece of the panel, by the way, I apologize. But as far as this debate tonight, you said it was which spirituality is better, something like that.
Is the only path to spiritual evolution through the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just to give my brief thoughts on that. That's a bit interesting, you know. To say the only path is going to be difficult because they would have to lay out what spirituality is, because you ask someone about you ask 10 different people about spirituality and you'll get at least 5 different answers. So that's going to be difficult to say this is the only path, especially if they're not on one accord on exactly what spirituality is. But me personally, I wouldn't say through the Bible, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I wouldn't say that that's the only way, but I would say that would be the best way, depending on what spirituality that they're talking about. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the infrastructure and the institutions that are already set up for people that believe in the Bible, everything is already there. So if you have a person that's coming from a Kemet point of view, they're already, 2,000 years behind. You see what I'm saying? To where they don't have around the world the institutions that are already set up. Whereas how the Bible through Christianity and other means, how they already have it set up. And, with the support systems and things of that nature, to where how you can truly flourish. Even myself as an atheist, I would say that, the Bible can and has changed people's lives as well as other things. Like people have joined sports teams and leagues and debate leagues, and it's changed their lives. But we can't say that the Bible has done nothing. I definitely have my opinions and criticisms on it and about it. But in this day and age, if you were to follow something, it would be best to follow the Bible, but you would have to remix it and pull things out that no longer stand the test of time, such as some of the practices that they were doing. And I think that a lot of the fake Hebrews and the Christians, they fare better when they start to take those things out and not live by such a strict, well, the Bible said do it, so we must do it, and this is how they did it in the old days, because a lot of that stuff doesn't stand the test of time, and you'll actually go to jail and or prison for trying to practice the Bible how it says to practice it, But that's just kind of my opinion on the debate.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, listen, family, if nothing else, man, we might have to see if we can contract Cube to be an analyst on Debate Center. I'm trying to get this Debate Center show popping, Cube, where we look at debates all over the community, but in particular the ones in the Versus series. But what did you think of the Jabari Inky debate, bro?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Okay. I don't know if Sai, it looked like he's gonna be playing it pretty soon, but yeah, I'll put it this way: it was interesting. Since you ain't seen it, I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but it was interesting.
You can tell me. You can tell me. I don't get spoiled. You can tell me.
So basically, it was supposed to be on whether or not Christ is a historical character. Obviously, when we say Christ, we thinking Jesus Christ. Inky began to go down the road of Christ being a title for people outside of Jesus Christ, including figures in Kemet. And it threw me off when he was doing his spiel. And then Jabari came in and brought it back to Jesus, and Inky tried to basically, in my opinion, flim-flam around the fact that it was supposed to be about Jesus Christ. He tried to make it about something else. And it was just an interesting tactic. Jabari played him saying that it was about Jesus, but he still was talking around it. It was just an interesting debate because they was having two different debates. One was debating whether Jesus Christ that we familiar with regards to the Bible was a historical character, and the other one was trying to say that Christ, or how do you pronounce it, Jose?
Correct is the word, and what it actually means is it deals with like tombs, or it also has to deal with rituals dealing with a saw as far as wrapping up bodies, and then it also deals with after that ritual they now become an anointed sort of eternal being in that sense. So it's a nuanced concept in Kemet that doesn't really exactly connect with the idea of Jesus Christ.
Right. Yeah.
But
the brother was trying to tie it.
But the interesting part.
Go ahead. Break it down.
The interesting part was how Sanetta had to come on after the debate and deal with that show. And then recently he did another show talking about the debate again with information in it. And then Smash Rock had to break down how he was wrong in that show. And then he had another guy named Hard jump on and was wrong in that. And then Smash had to correct that. So the aftermath is more interesting than the debate because he's still trying to push this idea and crying about losing. Well, I believe he didn't win the debate, if I'm mistaken. Did he win the debate, though?
How can you win a debate? How can anyone win a debate when you have two people that are debating two different things? You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of Bush League on behalf. That's kind of Bush League on behalf of Inky's behalf, and that's just what he does. He's never gonna just face you head up and straight up on the topic. He's always gonna try to wiggle out of a way to deal with directly what's being asked of him. But like that's messed up that he would do that people would pay for that debate, and then he would have them talking about two different things, and he knew that he would be doing that in the debate. So instead of setting it up that way, he chose to ambush him in the debate, and that's unfortunate that people have to pay for trash like that.
That was the thing. As I'm sitting here in this Zoom pay-per-view, I'm like, what is Inky doing? Because Inky opened it up, and I'm like, wait a minute, what did I miss? And so, yeah, like I said, Inky is a character, man. And the fact that he tried to flim-flam his way through that debate and then claim victory was crazy to me. before we get out of here, because Steve and Gideon, I put the link in the chat. That's in 15 minutes. What's y'all opinion? Whether it's a cat like Inky, whether it's a Israelite, because I remember this and everybody know Cap is my brother for real, for real. We in the same city. That's my man. I done told people how mom's got surgery. I'm the only one up there. Hey, you want me to come up there with you? I got knee surgery. He hit my wife up like I'm gonna come and surprise my bro. That's my man. But I beat Cap up in a debate. The debate was 3 tiers. Are we Israelites or are we descendants of the ancient Israelites or are we Africans? Did Native Americans have black people, enslave black people or African Americans? And was King James black? I washed my man in all 3 categories. Like it was, but Cap says he beat the brakes off of me. And I've seen the same thing with his Captain Tazariak. I've seen other Israelites claim victory when they clearly lost. We got people like Inky saying they won debates that they clearly didn't win. What do y'all think about this phenomenon of people claiming victory when clearly there was no victory? Go ahead, Prince Judavine, if you're still with us.
Yeah, it's a delusional mindset and it's a front. It's pathetic. Cats specifically, I'm gonna say Captain Tazariak. Obviously Inky and them, they're the same type of characters, but it's a prideful and arrogant, in a sense, narcissistic thing to just live a lie when everybody saw that you got scraped in a debate, and then you turn around and it's in debate leagues. It's different. Like you can't do that in like a football game or a basketball game because it's everybody out there. But on debate leagues, we online, so it's not as a visible thing. But my point is, it's just crazy, man. It's not manhood. Just stand 10 toes, man. If you lost, the information that you brought out wasn't as sharp as your brothers, then learn something and level up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
to stay in a dark place when somebody brought you some light, some facts, some figures, sources, and you stay in a low vibration in a dark place, it just shows that you ain't really about the truth. And that's why I say, like, Captain Tazariak, man, I bumped heads with him a couple times after Malachi Maccabee scraped him in a debate about Paul, the apostle. I talked to Tazariak and I told Tazariak straight up, man, I said, look, you the characteristics of your God, this God you worshiping and trying to get us to follow, he's vengeful. He's a bloodthirsty deity that asks for sacrifices of blood. He puts people in slavery. All of these characteristics are dark, and see, Tazariak couldn't say nothing against what I was stating because it's written in your text. The text itself is what.
Hey, Prince Judavine, I don't mean to cut you off, but like I said, I'm at 11 minutes now.
Oh yeah. I forgot we got something coming up. Yeah.
Link is in the chat, family. But hey, family, Prince Judavine is coming to the Versus series. We're gonna do a takeover show with the brother, reintroduce him to the platform, and we're gonna get him in the ring. So y'all look forward to that. Jose, what you think of this phenomenon of people not being able to take L's in the debate community?
Okay, I'll give you
as briefly as you can.
I'll give you the general perspective is, in most cases, I think it's just sad and it needs to stop it. But when we're talking about ISUPK and those type of debates, it's a nuanced perspective because they are believers and I can give them a pass in some cases for saying they want debates. If it's based on their belief, I would give them a pass. If it's based on history, then they don't get a pass. To put it simply.
Okay.
And Inky is simply is and always will be full of shit. He can't read the glyphs and he wants to come on here telling you he could read glyphs. Knowing he can't read the glyphs, make it seem like everything is a blasted picture book. And
I got you, Jose. I got you. Let me go to Cube. Cube, you got the last word on this particular thing. What you think about people not being able to take L's? And I know you've been seeing this for years in this community. Go ahead.
Right. I'll just try to make it short and sweet. You know, it really kind of depends on a debate that you're having. So if it's like a political or scientific debate, a lot of times it comes down to ego, to you seeing the information and not being able to accept it. But if it's a more religious debate, then it comes down to indoctrination, because at that point, your livelihood and what you believe in is on, the chopping block. So that's kind of what it is. But for like especially religious guys, a lot of times they won't get it, but then down the line, then they will begin to get it, and you'll see a lot of them start to fall off. Like what's the brother? I think he's the champ over here now, Scholastic Bully. He was once a fake, Joshua. Yeah. He was once a fake Black Hebrew Israelite, and after taking L's multiple years, he came out of that. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm proud of that brother for. So that's just really what it is, man. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Listen, family, Jose, we trying to line that up for him to come into the Versus series against Silky D. We got our brother Prince Judah Vaughn coming in. And hopefully, whether it's as an analyst on Debate Center or as a debater in the Versus series or both, outside the cube. So family, keep your fingers crossed. Once again, the standard fee for standard debates in the Versus series is bumping up from $50 to $70 starting January 1st. Defending champions, be it the world title or the social media title, will remain at $100. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's your brother DMG the Poet. Steve versus Gideon is up next. And y'all hit that link and come on Black. Next word sound y'all gonna hear is gonna be that of our brother, Big Hemi, the Biblical Barbarian. Welcome to the shift. We out of here. That's peace. Hop on over to Steve versus Gideon.
I don't got no friends. You know what I mean? I got supporters, people on my side and people on the other side.
Welcome to the shift where the whole room blows. DMG vibes got the city on go. Stand on what you know, every mind gon' grow. This you black, I'm with you, let the whole world know. Paradigm like, yeah, we shine just right. Respect your view even if we don't align right. We can disagree and still keep the love tight. DMG family, we elevate the mind right. This that channel that be talking back, energy attack. Iron sharpens iron, watch the whole league react. Competition in the building, better tighten up your facts. We ain't clones, but we still mirror how you crack under impact. Every debater work hard, spot a week, rap fast. You live wrong, paradigm shift and break your stance. I'm the judge, the jury, the pen, the contrast. My bars hit always like a quadruple. Buying title shift where the whole room glow. DMG vibes got the city on go. Stand on what you know, every mind gon' grow. If you black, I'm with you, let the whole world know. Paradigm like, yeah, we shine just right. Respect your view even if we don't all align right. We can disagree and still keep the love tight. DMG family, we elevate the mind right. We invite every mind long as you stand on yours. Walking with respect. Leave with open doors, channel stay lit, views jumping off some boards. STL bounce, yeah, the spy from the source. Competitors, welcome, step up, don't fold. We don't fit pressure, we refine under low. Thoughts heavy, we press them till the truth get told. Shift so clean, it feel platinum even when it's gold. Come through correct, bring your logic and your proof. Speak your truth, just don't run from the truth. We debate with grace, that's the paradigm groove. Flow so smooth, even turbulence move. Welcome to the shift where the whole room go. DMG vibes got the city on go. Stand on what you know, every mind gon' grow. If you black, I'm with you, let the whole world know. Paradigm light, yeah, we shine just right. Respect your view even if we don't align right. We can disagree and still keep the love tight. DMG family, we elevate the mind right. Where the whole room glow. DMG vibe, got the city on go. Stand on what you know, every mind gon' go. If you black, I'm with you, let the whole world know. Paradigm life, yeah, we shine just right. Respect your view, even if we don't align right. We can disagree and still keep the love like DMG family, we elevate the mind right. Welcome to the shift. DMG vibes, got the city on go. Welcome to the shift. Stand on what you know, every mind gon' grow. Welcome to the shift. If you black, I'm with you, with you, black, I'm with you. Welcome to the shift. We can disagree and still keep the love tight. Welcome to the shift. DMG family, we elevate your mind right. Welcome to the shift. DMG vibe, got the city on low. Walk with paradigm shift, keep it real for.
Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you black, I'm with you. And I hope that you with me.